If you're still under the unbelievably asinine impression that Donald Trump is a stable genius, I've got to know what kind of Downy softener you use on your fucking brain, because it is wrinkle-free. I mean, in the last few days, the completely stable genius, simplest brain septuagenarian gave a nice long speech about trophy wives, golf, and the late great Al Capone. And while that might work at a table of gross old men at a goddamn retirement home, it did not fucking work at the West Point commencement ceremony. He's evidently just now come to the realization that he can't trust Vladdy Daddy, a realization that the rest of us came to somewhere in between realizing that Santa Claus wasn't real and taking our first fucking history class. I guess tweeting on repeat, Vladimir, stop, doesn't fucking do anything. Shocker. And then the motherfucker uses Memorial Day, a day we're supposed to remember those we've lost, to spread a message of nothing but distrust and fucking hate, wherein he calls Joe Biden a decrepit corpse. Hey man, you might want to look in the fucking mirror and check your depends before you talk shit. The thing is that Donald Trump is terrified of the day that his slack-jawed supporters no longer take, hey, it was the guy before me's fault, as an excuse as to why their life fucking sucks now. And that day is coming.
Absorption and ingredients that are sourced in their most bioavailable forms, so you actually feel the difference in your body, and that is why Calm works so well. We have powerful ingredients in here like sensual ashwagandha and L-theanine and saffron to ease nervousness and boost serotonin levels. So when I need it, I just pour and shake and sip on this refreshing watermelon lemonade.
What's up, everybody? It's Will Cole. I'm a functional medicine doctor. In my line of work, looking at labs for a living, I realize that we aren't just what we eat. We aren't just what we supplement. We are what we absorb. Bioavailability, how available is that nutrient to your body matters. And there's so many supplements out there that are marketed really well, but aren't really effective at moving the needle as far as labs and getting you feeling better. So I am such a fan of the Absorption Company, and I partnered with them to be part of their Science Advisory Board. They have amazing solutions. They're taking the most science-backed nutrients as far as different pathways, whether you're looking to improve your sleep, improve your energy, support a healthy immune system, and so many different things. And their capsule technology can improve the bioavailability by upwards of 500%. So you know what you're taking is actually going to do what it says it's going to do, and you're going to feel the difference. And it not only is effective from a science standpoint, but it also tastes good too, which means one thing as far as I'm concerned: you can stay consistent with it, and you can start seeing the change in your life.
I had such a busy day today. I absolutely have had it, and I see the change. I still feel the change even after drinking it. Even if I haven't drinking it in one day, I still feel absolutely clear, and I'm just looking forward to getting more and just keep on taking it. And I think I advise you guys to go try Calm.
Before I hop into my next meeting, I'm going to be making some Calm from the Absorption Company. I love this stuff, and I always have it on hand when I have a busy day like today, because it just makes me feel so grounded, and it works quickly. Within 20 minutes, I'll start to feel the stress just melt away. Mm-hmm. And the reason that Calm works so well and so fast is because it uses clinically proven ingredients in their most bioavailable form to chill you out. Because all of these ingredients are highly absorbable, meaning your body can actually use them, you feel the benefits kick in right away. So if you need a fast-acting way to chill out, take my word for it. You need to try Calm.
Cheers.
If you're down.
Okay. I hear your frustrations. I understand your frustrations, but I do have to remind you guys that whatever it is that you're consuming and you're putting in your stomachs is what has you guys extremely frustrated. A lot of people have been crying and dying and going through so much, waiting for a solution to happen, and this is the reason why they've been spazzing out and going off, and now it's finally reaching you guys, and if this is a military soldier, military soldiers never got the chance to go home and relax and really, so this is their time to really, if this is a soldier, this sounds like a soldier. He looks like a soldier. He sounds like a soldier, or like used to be a soldier or something. This is a lot of people, not everybody in the military for Trump, and I'm not saying I'm for Trump. I'm not saying I'm against Trump. I'm saying, I'm not for the White House not having a president. That's what I'm not for. We don't want a bad president to be in the White House. We don't want a bad president to be in the White House. But we don't have a perfect president yet. So until then, it's better to try to be a part of the solution versus the problem, right? Yelling and yelling and yelling has never solved a single problem. But what solves problems is taking action, right? Taking action. So make sure that you guys are changing your eating habits, choosing to eat better, to eat healthier, putting healthier food in your stomachs, so that way you guys don't have to lose it. And as you can see in his body, he's tense. Tension is what makes you guys act out. You don't see things clear because you just keep hearing the same negativity. I don't spend a lot of time listening to what Donald Trump is saying because I have other things to think about. And the last thing and to cover, there's a lot of things to cover, even for me. You get what I mean? So if I listen to negativity, it's going to prevent me from actually getting any work done. And then I'm going to be focused on Donald Trump instead of being focused on my actual work, right? Focused on how I'm going to earn money to actually survive. A little bit extra money, a little bit more money. Now, the government houses me, and the government makes sure I have some food in my stomach. So I talk about these topics because the government has actually invested in me. So if they didn't invest in me, I'll be talking about other things. That's all that is. So just be very careful. How you talk is all I can say. I do understand that you guys are not afraid, but you just have to be better. It's hard to be a soldier and then turn around and say you're going to be a president. It's really hard. You have to take time out and you have to heal from the trauma of being a soldier, right? And the work goes on. The work goes on even on Memorial Day. Trump doesn't have to be quiet on Memorial Day. He has to let it out. Let it out. You see how you can't keep your composure and stay calm and not lash out and lose it. It's because, you can't hold it in. You can only hold that stuff in for so long. You have to release it. That's what's happening to Trump. He's releasing his frustrations. He's doing the best that he can with the time that he has under the pressure that he's in, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And the more you keep that in mind, I'm not saying don't release your frustrations, but eventually learn from them. Learn from those moments. Take calm. The absorption company, I pray Ian can make it more affordable for soldiers especially, right? Because we don't know how much they're making, how much money they even have. Can they afford it? Of course they can. They should be able to. But Lord knows what's going on. So make sure you get some massage therapy. Don't go to the bars. Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol. Don't do anything that's going to make things worse for you, okay? Take care of your body. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. Eat healthy. All the food that's on my plate is actual vegan food. None of it is meat. None of it is dairy. So it's important. I spend all my time relaxing so I can be able to have a better response and in terms of communication versus me, yelling. Nobody really understands you well when you yell. You can't, if you can't handle the pressure, imagine how Trump feels, right? That's why we need youthful, more ready presidents that know what they're doing. Take notes, learn from his mistakes, right? We've all